Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to be going over the 2 trades I took today to make $1,000 in profit in 2 hours. So the first trade we're going to go over is the S&P 500, which I ended up shorting this, and I want to walk you through how I did it. Right off the bat, something you should probably notice, this is a 24-second chart. I'm using eSignal for charting if you're curious. And at this point here, the open is coming. We've been fading up a little bit, and I'm going to be watching for my edge. Step 1 of any successful trade is identify your edge. Right out the gate, we got a little bit of a resistance level coming out. I do see sellers here as we got sold into VWAP pretty hard. So we're going to go ahead and mark off the resistance level there. I see that this volume candle we've got happening here is higher than the run up, which is interesting to me. That tells me that there's still sellers out here waiting. I've got these 2 lows I can connect here for a little bit of a speed line. This is a very fast time frame trend line. I've got this micro pivot happening here, and I'm going to take my entry when this breaks. So here we go. Our next candle, this here is extremely important candle here. We have another really high volume candle, well, really high relative to the previous, and it's a doji candle right at that resistance, the high of day resistance. Logically, there's more sellers there than there is buyers in that area as each candle that comes out, right? We got a doji, a high wave right out of the open, another high wave here with this volume, and then we have another doji. That's 4 bearish candles at the exact same level just before a fast time frame trend line break. So this was my entry right here. Boom. And this risk, I believe, was about 40 cents or so. I think I took 40 cents on the thing. My stop was going to be here. That's step 1 and 2 complete. Identify edge, define risk. And then number 3 is execute, right? We execute the trade. Now we sit on our hands and we wait to see what happens. The trade either works or it doesn't, and we move on. Here we go. This is what happened. Looks like we're getting a fade. Nice fade. Really nice fade. Even nicer. Pretty much doesn't get any better than that. We have a little bit of a swing high that just occurred there. Okay, so now we have this little bit of consolidation that just happened. And if there was buyers out here, right, this should have broken to the upside. We got our triangular consolidation, but instead, look at the volume we get when it tried to go up higher. Boom, it gets sold into really hard. On top of that, we've got these highs here. We've got essentially a triple top. So we're going to mark this off too. And now we're going to move our stop. I moved my stop to just above this this swing high. And we just held. There's another triangle, but I'm not going to highlight it. Interesting. We came up here again, right? And look at this. Look at this. We had our run up. 2 volume candles of run up are very low. And then the third candle, this one here, where we got that doji right near that pivot, the swing high, we have a nice high volume bar. Boom. Again, validating that this level is still intact. So we're still holding. Looks like we're coming up again. And boom, once again, for a third time now, we come up. The highest volume bar out of all of the ones here is going to be the one nearest to this swing high pivot, right? So what is that telling you? That's telling you that the volume that's in this stock right now is waiting for this 423.50 level to sell into, right? That's interesting to me. So now I also see this going on. So we'll mark that out because I did notice that during the trade. You're going to see how apparent it is in a second. Boom. Look at that. We definitely have buyers here. What is that telling me? That's telling me that if we fail this level if we go below these lines here, we're going to have all the people that just bought right here that stopped and slowed up our descent. They're all going to have to sell for a loss, which is going to cause the price to go even further lower. So again, I'm more hyped out now. I'm more willing to see what happens with this. I'm definitely holding on to my position. Boom. Add. I added to the trade right here. So as this happened, I was getting kind of hyped out about this volume ramp that was occurring. I was getting pretty excited about this. I see the breakthrough. We have a lot of volume on this this hammer candle at the ascending support line, but we couldn't get past the previous candle's high. This is a 24-second chart. This is it's pretty impressive that it wasn't able to get past that level. So I added to the trade. The retest is now happening. Boom, fail. Now I'm feeling great. I'm now going to move the stop to this level here. Right? I added to the trade now. So let's continue. After that break just happened, the volume's coming in saying we're going lower. We do go lower. Fade, fade, fade. It never breaks. So as these are happening, as these lower highs are happening, I'm moving the stop to here and then to here. And then to here. Boom, we're out of the trade. Let's see what the result of that was. So we're going to go ahead and click our initial entry. We're going to click where we got down to, and we're going to click our stop, which was a 40-cent stop. That was a 6.8 to 1 trade. Woo! Right? I'll continue it a little bit so you guys can see what happens after that. Right? We end up getting a push even a little bit higher. It's not a significant new high. It's just a little bit of a new high. Our stop got hit at this red line here. And then now we're fading up. That was first trade of the day. At the same time as this, which I don't usually get into 2 trades at once, but this one just looked so clean. I happened to see Lucid on my radar. I look over and I've got Lucid on a chart to my right. And I see that this starts playing out as the market is doing what you just saw it doing. We were in the S&P 500 short to begin with, which I was using SPXS for this. But then we jumped over here and we saw Lucid happening. We saw the 8 o'clock bar come out. We marked the pre-market low. And then let's see how this turned out. All right, looks like we are beginning to not be able to get through VWAP. Okay, this is a classic VWAP fade trade, right? We broke right down. We came up, retested VWAP, and we couldn't get through. Now we're going to look for a retest. I'm looking for a retest. Come on, come on. Boom. There's our retest. Our risk is now defined. Right? The stop is going to go above the previous swing high, which is here, about 15 cents away. For a thing, let's say you wanted to lose $100. You take 100 and you divide that by the stop, which is 15 cents away. So your entry can be 666 shares. And let's see what happens. Fade, fade, fade. We're pausing for a minute. Boom, huge sell comes right through. Look at the volume coming in on these drops, man. This strong drop here, huge volume on that. Large volume as we go through this low right here. That would be this candle there. Right, we're coming back up. We're doing a little bit of a retest dance. Here we go with a volume ramp, very minor volume ramp coming in. We're still holding. And then we start to fade even higher. Volume is coming in larger. Looks good. At this point, our stop has now been moved to this level right here. Okay, so our stop originally was up here, and now it's down here. I didn't add to this trade because in my the SPY trade, I was adding to that one. I was more focused on the SPY one because it had just a little bit more volatility. This one here just had like a really consistent fade happening. Right, still holding, still holding. Stop is at this level now, the most recent swing high. Come down, we come up. We're testing to see if we can't get to new highs. Long consolidation. Boom. Large volume sell candle to take us out of that consolidation. A little bit of a retest occurring here, but again, a lower high. So now at this point, if this breaks here, we need to be out of the trade. So now we kind of have a dynamic stop happening. Getting a little bit of a bounce off that. We got some volume off of the low of day, right? Still the high. The high was weak. Okay, and if we break through this, we got to be out. Boom. Huge volume candle coming in. Look at that. Boom. Giant. Giant. Tells me I'm in the right place. I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so we're just letting this thing fade, man. We're not doing anything else to the trade. We're just sitting back, letting it work. We're not doing anything. Bam. I'm out of the trade. I'm out of the trade. Why did I get out of the trade? Well, that final drop right there had a really high amount of volume, as did this one. And I kind of saw it as possibly exhaustion volume. We've had 3 of these now. 3 of these volume bars. Oh, you can't see the other one. 1, 2, 3 of these volume bars. It may continue to fade, but after seeing this one coming through the low of day, and then this one here going through the new low of day, I just felt like we're good. Why not? If this is exhaustion volume, then I could be out of the way and let the stock do what it wants to do. I don't think it was exhaustion volume, but see, notice at this point here, this low that happened on that last higher volume now becomes resistance. So I could have stayed in this longer. I could have tried to hold and see how much further it was going to go, but I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here. And let's measure this out. So how good was that? Took our entry. Our entry was on this retest. We made it to here, and our stop was above this high here. A 5.3 to 1 risk reward trade as the second trade of the day. They were happening simultaneously, but the SPY trade was my first entry. This was my second. I'm closing it out with plus $1,000 on the day. Fantastic day. And I'm going to go ahead and share this with you guys, see kind of what I see and what I was thinking when it was happening. All right, I hope you guys like this. This is the very first one of these that I've done. I'll get better at them. I know I'm not like real smooth with it. I'm not exactly sure like the format I should try to do these in, or you know, do I just replay them back and talk you through it? I'm not so sure, but you know, you probably find some value in this. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, hang around, stick around for a while. I got a lot more coming out. This channel's only a month old as of now, so you know, we're just getting started here. Have a good one, guys. Peace.